Hello, dear students. Welcome to the class. I am Dr. Jitendra Kumar Mishra, Assistant Professor, Department of English, Lalit Narayan Tirhut Mahavidyalay, B.R. Ambedkar, Bihar University, Muzaffarpur, Bihar. You remember in last day's class, we had started Therigatha poem. I had told you about the Therigatha and what it means. I had also taught you the first poem. I had told you how many poems are there in total in this collection of Therigatha. On the request of some of the students, I'll try to repeat the first poem and we'll deal with the three poems and we'll conclude it. So today will be the concluding class. Those who have missed previous class, if you look on today's class, it will be complete to you. But hope you go through the first class also. So what is the meaning of Therigatha? That I already told you. Therigatha means Therigatha means the poem of the elder nuns. Those ladies who had accepted Buddhism and had left their houses and had agreed to live their life like a nun. And when they composed the poems, or rather, when poetry was composed on their feelings and emotions, that is Therigatha. So, in total, there were 73 poems in this collection. And we have three representative poems, three different angles we have to see in this collection. So, the three poems that we are going to deal will be from three different angles. Therefore, on the request of some students, I have chosen to go through the three poems today. See. I don't think I need to tell you again about the poems, why these were written, what were the significances of these, because these all we had discussed in our previous class. I'll directly move to the poems, the three poems which are prescribed in our syllabus. So let us directly go to the poems. In the previous class, I had told about the historical context, the themes, what were the themes of these poems, the renunciation theme, sufferings, how to overcome sufferings, the dukkha, that is the basic philosophy of Buddhism. So the dukkha and how to come out of that dukkha means suffering, and then liberation. What kind of liberation? Not bodily physical liberation, but liberation of spirit, spiritual liberation, and the empowerment and equality of the ladies, women folk with the men folk. So these were the major themes that we had discussed. The literary and spiritual significance also we had dealt in the previous class. Legacy, how important these poems are till date, that also we had dealt that day. And the poem that it's a very small poem, but it has crammed lots of ideas in it. That the spiritual liberty, that how coming out of the burdens of the household burdens, and coming out of that and living a life that is equal to everyone, that is free like anyone. So let's see again this poem Mutta. This is Mutta poem. This is in 1.11, means it is in chapter 1 and the 11th poem. What it says: Mutta freed, so free am I. As free is Mutta, so I am also free. I want to free. I want to be free. That is, free means getting liberty, getting freedom. Not that India was slave at that time. India was not slave at that time. When Lord Buddha was there, around 500 BC, that time there were no rulers, means no outsiders, no invaders had invaded, and it was not under the control of any, like the Mughal rulers, those who came later on, like the British rulers, those who came later on. So it was not physical liberty. They were not slaves. Be clear. So, what type of freedom then it is? It is spiritual freedom. It is spiritual freedom. Mutta freed, so free am I. So thoroughly free am I. Not that little bit free, thoda sa free. No, completely free am I. I am thoroughly free. Free from what? Free from what? She is not saying that getting freedom from the Mughals, getting freedom from the Britishers. Physical liberty came later on, and people they forgot to talk about spiritual liberty, because that time when your primary demand is crabbed, when your primary demand is slaved, then you cannot go for the secondary demand, that is spiritual one. First is physical one, first is physical liberty, then is spiritual liberty. So that time there was no physical bondage, that time it was spiritual bondage. So what she says, I am thoroughly free, I am completely free. From what? From three crooked things set free. She is free from three things, three crooked things. What are those? From motor, from pestle, and from crooked old husband. Those motor pestles, that it used to be like this, okay, and the crooked old husband. They were they were disturbing elements for her. She was she was enslaved inside her family, inside her household activities, inside her house. The household works that she used to do, that the motor pestle that she used to use, means the household activities that now there are machines, and machines have made our life easy. Now we don't have to make rice out of paddy. Now there is no problem of separating the husk from the grains. But that time, even these things were there. And who were responsible to do all these things? Who was responsible to separate the husk from the grains? Who was responsible to take the rice from the paddy? Ladies. Women had to do lots of work. Now also, women do more work than the men do. Men earn, but ladies, they keep the house, and they do most of the works now also. However, in some cases, it is just as reversing, because when women folk are working and when they are earning, men are supporting. But actually, this is not my motive to say. What I mean to say here, that the household works that she was engaged with, now she is free from that. She does not have to go back home. She does not have to do any such thing, any such household things. Now she is spiritually free, like any human being, like any man, like any woman. As others are free, she is also free. She is thoroughly free, thoroughly free. And what she has done, having uprooted, what she has done, having uprooted, taken out completely, she has taken it out, having uprooted the craving that leads to becoming. What is craving? That I had told you last day. Craving means strong desire. To crave means to want something eagerly. When you want something eagerly, it becomes crave. Tarasna, tarapna, that you call. So, what does happen? Craving leads to becoming. When you crave for something, you become something. One can crave to become a doctor, one can become doctor. One can crave to become a husband, one can become husband. One can crave to be a wife, will become a wife. One can crave to become a mother, will become a mother. But she says that she has uprooted all these things. She does not have any interest in any such things. Now she does not crave for anything. कुछ नहीं चाहिए. She has renounced all these things. In the upper paragraphs that I told you, the main themes of the poetry. So freedom is coming, renunciation is coming, that she has left all these things. Okay. I am set free from aging and death. What are these things? People are very much scared of getting aged. People are very much scared of death. These are the two things human beings are mostly scared of. डरते किससे हैं? बुढ़ापे से. डरते किससे हैं? मौत से. तो इन दोनों चीज़ों को छोड़ दिया है. मुझे अब इनका कोई डर नहीं है. आई एम सेट फ्री फ्रॉम एजिंग एंड आई एम फ्री फ्रॉम डेथ. ओके, सो दिस इज अ वेरी स्मॉल पोएम that you saw. Now see next. Let's come to the next one. The next poem, poem number 2, is Ubiri. This is Ubiri. This is in the 3rd chapter, 5th poem, Ubiri's verse. What he says in the 2nd poem? Oh, Ubiri, crying out, Jiva, my daughter in the forest. What is saying? He's saying, oh, Ubiri. Ubiri is crying. What is saying? Jiva, my daughter. Jiva means living being. Any living being. Any living being is called a Jiva. Jiva means prani. We are also, every living being is called a Jiv. Jiv Jantu, you must have heard. Jiv is a living being. So Jiva. And here, Ubiri's daughter's name is Jiva. So, Jiva, my daughter in the forest, come to your sense, Ubiri. Here, the nun is saying, oh, Ubiri. Ubiri is some lady. Oh, Ubiri. What is Ubiri doing? Ubiri is crying out. She is shouting. She is calling for somebody. उबरी बुला रही किसी को, चिल्ला रही. क्या बोल रही है? ओ जीवा माई डॉटर. सी इज क्राइंग फॉर हर डॉटर. अपनी बेटी जीवा के लिए वो रो रही है. तो व्हाट इज सेइंग? जीवा माई डॉटर इन द फॉरेस्ट, कम टू योर सेंसेस. उबरी, इट इज सेइंग that oh Ubri, come to your senses. Why are you crying? Don't cry for your daughter. Don't cry for Jiva. Why? Because 84,000 all named Jiva. 84,000 that in Hindu mythology it is said that living beings, they make a journey through 84,000 84 कुछ 84 बोलते 84 84,000 84,000 कुछ बोलते 84 लाख. तो 84 लाख योनियां धारण करती हैं. 84,000 योनियों से, यानी 84,000 टाइप्स ऑफ लिविंग बींग्स आर देयर एंड a person has rebirth and comes to every life. Let me make it clear. Suppose somebody may have a life of a dog in the next birth. Someone may become a cat in the 3rd birth and can become a rat in the 4th birth and can become a monkey also in the 5th birth. So there are 84,000 of such type of rotation from one being to the other. And what are all these beings called? These all are called Jiva. Even a human being is also called Jiva. A monkey is also called a Jiva. An ant is also called a Jiva. An elephant is also called Jiva. Every living being is called a Jiva. सब क्या है? जीव हैं. सब जीव हैं. So there are 84,000 and they all are named Jiva. सबका नाम तो जीव ही है. Everybody is called Jiva. So for whom are you crying? किसके लिए रोती हो? ओ बिरी, रोती किसके लिए हो? तुम्हारी बेटी जीवा, उसके लिए. सिर्फ वही तुम्हारी बेटी नहीं है. 84 लाख योनियों में ये 84,000 जो जीवात्माएं हैं, 84,000 टाइप की जो जीवात्माएं हैं सभी जीव ही है। तो किस जीव के लिए रोती हो तुम? सब तो तुम्हारे ही हैं। तो कम टू द सेंसेस इन द फॉरेस्ट। कम टू योर सेंसेस इन द फॉरेस्ट मीन्स इट्स रियली इन द फॉरेस्ट, क्या वो सचमुच जंगल में है? नो, हियर फॉरेस्ट मीन्स द डार्कनेस, द कॉमन सेंस दैट वी हैव। हमारे जो अंध बुद्धि होती है, मंद बुद्धि होती है, वो जंगल के अंधेरे जैसी होती है। सो दैट इज द डार्कनेस ऑफ आवर कॉमन सेंस इज हियर रिप्रेजेंटेड लाइक अ फॉरेस्ट। सो 84,000 all named jiva have been burned in this charnel ground. On this ground, on this mortal ground, all 84,000 jiva, they have to die one day or the other. Whether it is an elephant or a tiger or a monkey or a cat or a cow, any living being, it has to die one day or the other. आज नहीं तो कल मरना सबको है, चाहे जो भी पैदा हुआ सबको मरना है। सो वाई आर यू क्राइंग आउट? क्यों रो रही हो? जरूरत नहीं है, नो नीड। All those who have been burned, all those who have been born, they all will be burned on this charnel ground. For which one of these do you grieve? तो फिर किसके लिए तुम ग्रीव कर रही हो? For whom are you crying? For whom are you grieving? For whom are you making this sadness shock? किसके लिए रोना, किसके लिए दुख मनाना? क्योंकि ये 84 लाख में ये 84,000 जो है जीव, ये 84,000 जीव सभी जीव ही हैं, सभी एक दूसरे से कनेक्टेड हैं, सभी एक दूसरे जीव हैं। एंड सम डे और दी अदर दे हैव टू डाई, सो डोंट क्राई। क्लियर? एक दिन तो पोएम क्लियर? फर्स्ट वन वाज क्लियर लास्ट डे, दिस वन शुड बी क्लियर नाउ। गॉट इट? Ubiri is crying. Somebody is calling out Ubiri. Ubiri is crying. What Ubiri is crying? Ubiri is crying. Oh Jiva. Here there is third person. There is third person. Jiva is another person. Ubiri is another person. And third person is here talking. So he's saying, oh Ubiri, Jiva, my daughter in the forest, come to your senses. Why are you calling out? Jiva. जीवो को जीव जीव करके क्यों रो रही हो तुम? क्योंकि तुम्हारी बेटी ही सिर्फ जीव नहीं है, 84,000 में सभी जीव हैं. एंड ऑल दोज दे हैव टू डाई वन डे और दी अदर. तो जरूरी नहीं उसके लिए रोना, विलाप करने की जरूरत नहीं है. Here the explanation is given. I'll share it. I'll share the link to you. This PDF file I'll share. You can copy it down from there. Those things that I have taught, same things are written here. Ubiri is crying. Then why? How come to your senses? And what is the meaning of this 84,000 jiva? These things are explained here. So I'll simply move to the last poem, the third poem, Metika. Metika. This is the third poem. This is in the 5th chapter. As I told you in the beginning of the lecture itself, that out of the 73 poems, these 3 poems have been selected and prescribed for us in our syllabus of semester 1. These 3 are the representative poems by only tiny poems. Very few lines are there in one poem, but they are representative ones. They have greater meaning than what they have in their lines. So these 3, they tell you about 3 different ideas. First is about freedom. Second is about renunciation. No craving, nothing. No, don't grieve for anyone. All are the same here. See here, what is Metika's verse? What is Metika's verse? Metika says, I am old and weak. My body is wasted away. Now what she says? I am old and weak. This everybody. Here in the first poem, it was saying that I don't have any fear of aging. I don't have any fear of death. See how it is represented here in the next poem. The nun says, I am old and I am weak. Means now I have aged. My body has aged. And so my body has become old. My body has become weak. My body is wasted away. और मेरा शरीर क्या हो गया है? वेस्ट हो गया है. मेरा शरीर अब खत्म हो रहा है, झूल सा गया है. क्या हो गया है? माई यूथ इज गॉन. मेरी जवानी चली गई है. माई यूथ इज गॉन, जवानी चली गई है, दिस लाइफ इज एट एंड. एंड व्हाट हैपेंस व्हेन द लाइफ, when somebody becomes, when the body becomes old, weak, then what happens? Death comes. So this life is at an end. अब इस शरीर का अंत आ गया है. I lay down the body for I have no need for it anymore. और मैं अपने इस शरीर का त्याग कर रही हूं क्योंकि अब मुझे इसकी आवश्यकता नहीं है. मीनिंग देर इज समथिंग विच इज डिफरेंट फ्रॉम दिस बॉडी. इस शरीर से अलग कोई ऐसी चीज है. ये आई है. आई शरीर नहीं है. आई क्या कहता है? आई एम ओल्ड एंड वीक, माई बॉडी इज वेस्टेड अवे. आई का बॉडी कोई और है, मैं का बॉडी को, मेरा शरीर, यानी मैं कोई और हूं और मेरा शरीर कोई और है. तो माई बॉडी इज वेस्टेड अवे, मेरा शरीर अब झूल सा गया है, खत्म हो चुका है, और मेरी जवानी भी खत्म हो गई है. मेरे जीवन का अब अंत आ गया है, इसलिए आई ले डाउन द बॉडी, मैं अपना शरीर त्याग कर रही हूँ, बिकॉज अब मुझे इसकी आवश्यकता नहीं है. हाउ ब्यूटिफुली in very short sentences 3 different ideas are given which are very remarkable and touch the readers. So this is the legacy of these poems, the Therigatha, that when you read the poems you become touched with it. I hope you have understood all these poems. So if you have any question and query, you can ask me. You can ask me there in the chat box. There the chat box is open to you all when the link is shared. So when you will have any question, I'll answer it. Thank you so much. So we here close the class. Thank you. See you in the next class.